folks. Doug Royce. How we doing, Doug Royce? 7:30 on the 4th of Rocktober 2021. How are we doing, folks? Oh, goodness, the light. The light kind of makes my eyes go a little crazy. I have, as you can see, if you look on the edges of my glasses, you can see I am extremely blind, but can see so clearly. How's everybody doing? Oh, good. Let's see. And, raise it up a little bit. Can I do that? I think I can. Or can I? I don't know. I got blue stuff. I'm not paying attention to sets and shit. I don't give a fuck about that shit. You know, you're in my office. You're in my home fucking office. I got all kind of shit here. I smoke. I do all kind of shit. I don't mind. You know? I'm black in America. Pretense for me does not exist. I do welcome each and every, well, it looks like one of you here. It doesn't matter. I get a lot of looks afterwards. which is kind of cool. I'm going to raise this up a little bit. Oh, I like that. There we go. All right, folks. So I've had a vigorous day. Got a TikTok account suspended, banned permanently. Of course, that's just normal. I'm going to grow this shit organically. I keep telling folks I'm not after what everyone else is after when I do this. How you doing, D-Boss? Cousins, how you doing? For those that watch, I appreciate it. For those that watch afterwards, I appreciate it. For those that hear me, do you know how small the number will be? Do you know how minuscule in relation to how many folks we have on planet Earth? Shalom. Did you fathom? Did you contemplate when the Creator said, wide is the road versus narrow is the road? You know, it's not even a question. Let me go ahead and mute this because, don't like that. I don't know why the phone likes to do that when you're in the middle of this shit. So I welcome one and all to the program. Welcome to the Doug Rice Show. Let's talk on YouTube. Doug Rice, the one and only. And as I said, unlike the rest of those who come on this platform hoping to just gather the masses, I don't do that. I hope to gather enough people to support me on Patreon or to support me on Cash App or to give me whatever support needed. That would be my number one hope, the goal, but it's not the primary target. The primary target is to first inform each and every one of you that you are Hebrews. That's paramount. I'm sending out fucking PDF files now. There's a few PDF files that I have available that I will be taking donations for. I think they're worth the donation. I'm not going to show them to you. I just want to read them myself. So the one that I take particular joy in sending is something called Nature Knows No Color Line. Folks, let me tell you something. J.A. Rogers. If there is a book for Negroes, that's it. Nature Knows No Color Line. I have offered this book on the Twitterverse. I think I said, join and I'll give you the book. It's a very, very rare book. J.A. Rogers. I don't know if it's tacky to show it, but maybe I could just show it, I guess. Yeah, there it is right there. Maybe it isn't tacky. You guys see it? So I'm offering that book on my Patreon account. Anybody that sends me $5 a month just supporting the Doug Rice Show, let's talk. I'm going to send this. You'll have the available books like those. Let me explain something, folks, so that you understand, and I'm hoping that perhaps everybody get the point. Fact of the matter is, folks, most of the publications that we have access to, I've said this before, when they give information away for free, when there's no cost associated with obtaining knowledge, when there's no effort, real effort put forth, when you have at your disposal the world, supposedly, and you don't spend countless hours digging for more. What I do is I spend countless hours digging for what they're keeping from me, and they're keeping so much. Because whatever they have offered to us as the truth, whatever they offer to us as this is the fact. This is it. And here it is free of charge. Go ahead and take it all in. I don't fuck with that, man. There's a problem. First, the world's too fucked up for that to even be working. That's in conflict with what I see. Second, experts, people in the know, people that you have to search for, and I would say, folks that say things with credibility, folks that are in positions to speak with authority, say that the books that have ISBN numbers, those numbers, the International Registry of Books or something like that, all of that is misinformation. They're distracting you from truths. And some of it is right in your face. And it's interesting because if you think about it, one of the things I'll take note, and thank you. One of the things I will observe, and I want you to think about this. The one thing that they are keeping from everyone is anything associated with pre-flood times, anything associated with what happened or what was happening before the deluge. Here's the reason I know this. Here's the reason you can know this. There are a few things I'm going to point out. One, there are now discovered mountainous ranges, areas now that are without doubt identified as what I am telling you. This is not a joke. I literally listened to the scientists who complained about research being taken and the fact that things went kind of haywire when they put together what was going on. But we know that just before the flood, there were giants that roamed the earth. There's no way that you can't understand that is 100% true. The one people that they keep out of our reach are natives in this country. It's not just about keeping them on reservations. The natives know shit. And the reservations that natives are on hides shit. Isn't it convenient that these reservations are not even a part of the United States? Isn't it convenient that in and on these large parcels of very restricted, confined, contained, protected, guarded land lay some ruins that I will tell you and you folks, just stop. Come on. You know that the United States has these areas. Folks know this. They wrote about the giants in the 1890s, the 1900s, 1880s, 1870s, articles of huge individuals that once existed, now bones that they collected. And when I say collected, I say the National Geographic collected them. However, my point being, the natives on know something. The information that we have in all respect being held from us is not available free of charge or can be purchased. You have to dig for it, man. This is insane. And it brings me back to offering the PDFs. I have quite a few, and it's taken me years to amass them. So tying in this topic, I was saying, I opened the Patreon account, and I'm trying to offer that which you cannot easily obtain for supporting me. I think that ended well. I think I came full circle. What do you think? Did that? Yes? That ended well. Even for 6 people, that was good. You thought I wasn't going to get there, but I got there and just rounded it off. So there it is. All right. Welcome to the Doug Rice Show. Share it, look at it, love it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't care. the number is small. Those that are going to actually survive, the number is small. So those of you that hear this message, hey, listen and act accordingly. Those that you refuse, those of you that don't want to hear it, don't listen, act accordingly. Whatever you choose. All right. Came across a website. I may or may not have mentioned it in my last YouTube live, but I'm just going to kind of bring it up casually now. That website, folks, is ourblackgirls.com. I'm gonna try something. I think this will work. No, I'm supposed to be able to type myself, right? Yes. Ah, look at that. I love it, folks. Click on that. Click on that and remember that every face that stares back at you is a missing black woman. It's kind of chilling, actually. You just look at the faces of folks who look like us that seem to just vanish in this country to the tune of 100,000 black women each year, as of last year, at least. And it begs the question, it really begs the question, how can anyone not be concerned about this circumstance overtly? How can any of us who are Negroes in this country not see that and at least have some concern, some alarm? I want to address that. I'd like to get to know a little bit more about that. That is a plain sight sin in front of everyone that people are just kind of looking the other way about. And I say that to say this, folks, ourblackgirls.com. We know who they're taking, but if they were taking, and I said it before, if 100,000 Irish women went missing a 365-day period in this country, I dare say we'd have what they consider a national emergency. I'm pretty certain that everything would come to a screeching fucking halt. When one little child goes missing that is not us, this entire country stops in its tracks. So if 100,000 grown little girls that don't look like us go missing in a 365-day period, I dare say that these folks would lose their minds. Why aren't we losing ours? No one has an answer. No one, and it's just it's criminal that 100,000. What are you doing with these women? What are you doing with our women? What's up, D. Lee? That's it, isn't it, D? They're doing everything they can possibly do, and I think they are leading the charge with that vaccine. I think that vaccine is a sinister minister. I think that vaccine holds, who knows? I can't talk overtly about it because then they'll cut me off. So it's amazing. It is. I think that the target is us, and hunting season is over. Excuse me, hunting season has just begun. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out, honestly, how many of us are going to maintain this facade. I see a few of us waking up, so few of us, really. And I know I'm driven to do this. I know that I'm not popular. I'm not trying to be, and I think That really needs to be said. I've been doing this since January 6th, and my numbers have declined. And, I'm not a popular person. I'm not trying. This is not a popular thing. The popular motherfuckers are, well, I can't even. The popular motherfuckers, what would they have to do with me? I'm telling everyone to turn their back on this nonsense. I'm not playing. I'm not kidding. What? I mean, if either you are about the kingdom or you are not, and that's just 100. There's no way you can play both sides. You cannot, folks. Let's just be real. First, something's coming. No fatalist. I'm not scared. I just say something's on its way. They've known since the 80s. I'm not sitting here blowing smoke out of my ass. In the early 80s, they looked in the sky. They said, hey, something's coming this way. Now, I'm 56 in 6 days. I'm not blowing smoke, folks. They reported it, and then they just let it go on about its business. And now you look into that portion of space, and either you may or you may not see something, depending on the day and on how Google Sky feels. And what can we do about it? Nothing. But at least know it. The scriptures say to keep your eye on the sky, that you're going to see some sights. Says it. And we've seen sights. We're seeing solar flares. We're seeing large masses of space move, open space, 5 million light years across, a bubble in space that they've observed. A few days ago, and only because I read it, they have discovered galaxies on the edge of space. This is what they typed it. I didn't. Don't fucking, don't kill the messenger. Jeez. That's what they said. They said on the very edge of space are more galaxies. There are people looking up and out. Thank God for these people. I'm sorry, but they may not even know the benefit, I believe because so many of us are looking here and not looking to the heavens where the kingdom will come from. When the Creator shows up, every person on the planet will know the Creator has arrived. And then every mouth will say, God is God. Anybody disagree with that in the room? Because there's only 5 of us. I mean, who the fuck cares, right? Right? Anybody disagree with that? I'm sure you guys understand that's the case. Listen, I know they're making plans. I understand they're building cities. Look, folks, the pace at which this planet is moving is near off the rails. I mean, let's just take a moment to accept that. Now, they're not coming up with new ideas. They're not coming up with new movies. If you've lived long enough to see them repeat and repeat and regurgitate and regurgitate, and they're going faster and faster, and they're itching for a fight. The world is itching for a fight. In this country, it's red versus blue. Again. That's what we are facing right now. And so few of us, as was in the days of Nazi Germany, so few of us are taking note that this shit's happening. It's like a slow-moving train wreck. We're all observing, every fucking one of us. You think these people aren't ready to fight one another? Are you fucking for real? Tell me that none of us is so distracted by these black mirrors that we don't at least pick our head up occasionally and look around and watch what they do. They're getting real vigorous. All I'm imploring the royal family to do is simply steer clear. Don't get involved. Don't get involved in the fight about to occur. These guys are going to do what they do. History is about to repeat itself. most assuredly. And the only thing that I can suggest, brothers, sisters, Hebrews, don't pick up a gun. No. No. Don't go out and fight for your goddamn freedom. You don't have freedom. You never did. You have what they've coined emancipation, which in effect is freedom of movement. A little different than freedom. So you don't really have to pick up and fight for anything because you don't really have it. I mean, you are literally a prisoner of war. I know you don't like hearing it. I know you think you're welcome here. I know you think this land is your land. No, it's not. This land is mine. No, it's not. From nowhere to fucking nowhere, and no, it's not. And for those delusional Hebrews that wander aimlessly about this penal colony for Negroes with that shit-eaten grin on their goddamn faces, to them I say adieu, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. Give me a fucking break. Come on, folks. What do you think you are? Seriously. What do you think of? Tell you what, if you think that World War II defeated the Nazis, well, see, here's what happened, folks. These wild and crazy folks that killed God knows how many people as we fought against them. Once the war was over, there was something called Operation Paperclip. Wonderful little operation. Let me tell you about it because it may interest you. So, Nazis, bad. Right? Okay. Nazis, bad. Nazis, they don't like Negroes. I did a special on just a Facebook special on this whole Hitler saying that the United States had us Negroes, the jewels of God, and all that good shit. Okay, that's bullshit. Hitler didn't say that. Let me tell you what Hitler was doing to Negroes who were in Germany. What he was doing was he was sterilizing them, eliminating them. I mean, I don't even know what the third thing might be, but he was doing that too, right? Right? So if Hitler thought that somehow the Negroes in this country were the jewel of God, and he had like one of them, he'd have put us in a tower somewhere protected by like the Panzer Division and the SS. There'd been a beautiful little pattern. They'd have made a little nice little pattern on it. It'd have been cool. You don't love it. Seriously. He didn't think that. So it's a stupid thing to think. So we fought Nazism, fought Nazis who don't like us. We defeated these individuals, these creatures, these beings, and subsequently we absorbed the more intelligent ones that gave us what we call NASA. One of them, JPL. These guys are, Nazis, and they're in the United States after the war because Operation Paperclip got a little clip on the paper where you got dossier on people, and these are the folks you want. Russians were going after some. We were going after some because of their weapons. So this is the country that you live in. Now, I'm taught that that's not the case. But beyond that, during the war, I don't know if you know this. Maybe you should come in a little closer. The Bushes, maybe you don't know this. President Bush and his father, Herbert Walker. Okay, so the Bush family, along with the United States Marine and some other yahoos, decided to take over the United States. They had plotted and used a United States Marine. The guy told on him. Yeah, Bush. That Bush That Bush, yeah. His father's father. Right. Okay. So that Bush decided that they wanted to take over the United States during World War II, and a plot was underway to do so. Person that got to head the plot was the United States Marine, and let me tell you, he was a funny looking dude, right? But he told on them. Let me tell you what Roosevelt did. Roosevelt did not do a damn thing. The reason he didn't do anything because they had too much power. Didn't arrest anybody. Nobody went to jail. True story. Look it up. Shalom. You know, Curtis. How you doing? So you come here because what I'm trying to do is just put it in perspective. Now, keep in mind, this is the 40s, right? Now, guys, I need you to follow me because this is going to at least get interesting because we're in the same era. Roosevelt is about to die. Okay? World War II. We're fighting Nazis. We're putting together a dossier of the folks that we want when the war is over. At this point, we're about done with these fucks. Roosevelt has a vice president. And this dude is as cool as ice. Y'all don't know about this guy. He's going to take over the United States after Roosevelt passed away. But let me tell you something. This guy was just a guy. This guy was not about anything other than folks getting along, white, black, and otherwise. He's very public and vocal about it. They did not like this guy. So a plot was hatched. And that plot was to replace this guy with Truman, the guy who took over after Roosevelt died during World War II. Truman subsequently dropped 2 bombs. Now, all of this is important because, listen, this time period in which black men were fighting, World War II, fighting, in other words, Nazism was white supremacy. So we are fighting white supremacy through proxy. Not only do the folks we are fighting get a free ride into the United States because of what they know and what they're able to do for the United States, almost, kind of putting to disgrace the sacrifice of the folks that died by the thousands to get these motherfuckers. The information they had was information needed. I get it. Fine. I understand the logistics of it. Still, at the same time, we're plotting to take the best of the worst. A plot to overthrow the government ensues. A plot that successfully changes the vice president after Roosevelt's death to a very racist individual. Truman was about as racist as they come. Used the N-word, what they call, on the regular. The reason that's important is because those time periods set the stage for everything that came next, which is the 50s, the 60s, the 70s. That's why this thing is interwoven into the very fabric of this society. It won't let itself die. White supremacy will not allow itself to be destroyed in this country. First, and I'll say this openly, they can't bring themselves to punish themselves. Can't they? I mean, that's what's going on in the whole riot situation. They just can't whip themselves into shape. The punishment, you have to imagine what they have to do if they want to rid themselves of white supremacy. What they'll have to do is what they cannot do. They can't do that. They cannot punish motherfuckers that look like them. They killed all the people that could kill people that look like them. That's called World War II. Now, they'd much rather kill us, people that don't look like them. Far easier to kill us. Wouldn't you say? I'm sorry, am I stuttering? What the fuck? Am I stuttering? What? I mean, it's absolutely fucking true. So I went through all of that history, that information that a lot of us really just don't really, you can't really, they're not offering that history. They're not telling you about plots to overthrow the government during World War II involving the Bush family. They're not telling you that shit openly. I mean, you can look for it and you can find it, and there it is. Well, damn. They're not telling you that a liberal, just white guy was slated to take over after Roosevelt, which would have created a completely different country. Look, segregate, all that shit would have been done because that was his plan. He made his plan known. The guy who Truman replaced as Roosevelt's vice president. I'm telling you what's up. And then they made sure that the very white supremacy that Negroes and others sacrificed themselves for is deeply interwoven into the scientific community of the United States. Afterward, the 50s, horrible time, Klansmen, disenfranchised, ignorant white men coming back from World War II with nothing better to do than to complain about their fucking plight in life. Let me just explain. These motherfuckers had the opportunity. If the 50s didn't do it for you, well, you didn't want to do it. These are facts, folks. I'm sitting here, I'm not blowing smoke. You read all this shit. All this shit's readily available, but it's not free. You have to work. You have to actually work. So I'm not coming at you like some preacher trying to preach just what the scriptures say in the kingdom and this and that. No. We need to break this shit down like a fucking fraction, baby. Let's dissect this shit. Really drill down, if you will, and get to the fucking truth, the real. No bullshit. Because it all counts. It all plays a part in what we experience today. See, when you connect the dots, the historical, factual dots, it makes what we go through today a little more understandable, never less tolerable. You can kiss my black ass. I mean, yeah. I hope everybody gets it. Yeah, they are addicted. Ooh. J9, I like that. Addicted to punishing everyone but themselves. They won't do it. So easy, too, to check it. The last time they punished themselves, Lincoln let them go home with a, I don't know. She said, you know what? Just let him go home. Brother, are you out of your fucking mind? Let me tell you why we got the South today. Because we got the South back then. Because the traitors, right, that tried to overthrow the U.S. government through war didn't get hung like traitors are supposed to be hung. Biblical, don't lash out at me, please. It's biblical. Traitors hang. Betrayers, they hang. It's in the Bible. You mad at me? I'm just telling you what is. Right? But no, those folks, disloyal. I need you to understand what's interwoven into the DNA of the folks who tried to overthrow the fucking government. These are sons and daughters of the sons and daughters of the sons and daughters of the fucking South. The very thing that was in them there is in them now. Don't you and I both know that's true? Of course we do. Don't they act out? Don't they prove it? Don't they say it? Don't they dress in fucking uniform and go out where blood-soaked soldiers once lay to fucking play it out again for entertainment? Are you out of your mind? Tell me you guys don't do that for fun. Tell me that don't happen. I'm begging you. Please tell me that's all bullshit. That I want to be a fucking lie. Dear God, don't tell me y'all do that shit. I seen that on TV. I'm hoping that was just bullshit, right? And then here's the they do that and then tell us to get over slavery. Well, they just stop already. What? No, I'm going to talk about it all fucking day. I'm going to talk about it until, I don't know, until I expire. I'm going to talk about how we got here. I'm just talking about how we got here. Who can take exception to that? I'm getting into the weeds of how we got here. Who'd be mad at that? Why is people so... Here's what I get. Slavery happened so long ago. So did the United States. So did Columbus discovering a fucking America. Yet every year, second Monday of fucking October, I gotta fucking deal with the Italian conqueror who brought disease and death to this part of the fucking world. Everybody else done been over here, nothing happened. You motherfucker come over here, motherfucker stop dropping. Shut up. Shut up. You fucking right, man. What, you didn't know? Oh, no. Bottom half of the United States was owned by an African queen. Whole bottom half. Owned, traveled to and from the United States, African tribes. God, years before Columbus even was a twinkle in his conquering little daddy's eye. They don't tell you that, though. They won't tell you. Can I just point out that they only share with you freely the history they want you to know? That is a problem with me. I'm just not going to, no, that's not right. No, I want the whole fucking story, the entire ugly goddamned truth. Don't hold back. Stop. If it makes you look bad, so be it. I got to know. I'm Doug Rice. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. Trying to get better at this, trying to get more polished. I want folks to get something from this. It's a perspective. What I'm trying to do is just keep you attuned to the fact of your origins here. It's most important. You see, here's what I find odd. We don't hold dear certain things that should be held in our memory. You see the things that are important. Origins is important. Origins, fucking important, man. Come on. Origins, it plays a big part in every fucking thing that everyone experiences or does. Or I know that nobody really wants to look back, but in looking back, you see what's before you. I mean, 100,000 of us go missing in a year. That didn't just happen. That circumstance didn't simply occur. That's because of a thing. That's fucking important. You don't like talking about it? You think, let's live in the now? Well, the now is I don't know. Addicted to punishment for anyone. Addicted. Interesting. Addicted. They're addicted to punishment. They're addicted to administering punishment. They want to give, but they just have a problem with taking. That's pretty interesting. I like that, J9. You got a mind on you. Going places. I like that. All right, let's do black news. So ourblackgirls.com, I'll just say it again. It's already in the. What do you want? It's not even depressing. What it is alerting. I'm going to say it's enraging, but I'm not trying to get enraged. People ask me, Doug, why are you so angry? I've been asked that. I think the question in return for me is, why the fuck aren't you so angry? How can you be so goddamned content here? I mean, moments of levity I might be able to understand. But how any Negro can walk about this penal colony for Negroes with a smile on their face, knowing how they're regarded. People come at me with this, I don't care how people think. I don't care what people think of me. Let me tell you why you better give a fuck what people think of you, because it plays in large part what the fuck happens to you. And they don't want you to attach that as math. But let me tell you, I'm here to tell you, folks, we're not paying attention. We're like not missing what we're not missing. I bet we are. I bet we are. The creator talked about it, but in a subtle way. He talked about it. He said, us building and someone else occupying. He said, us planting and someone else eating, consuming. That's been a constant narrative for us since we got here. And it must continue for them to thrive, or at least they think so, right? You mad? See, you'll either get pissed off or maybe not. I don't care one way or another, but I'm not for everyone. I know I'm abrasive, I'm direct, I'm an asshole. I get it. I have no right to do this, but fuck that shit. They literally constructed a fucking hangman's noose and gallows. They wanted to hang somebody. How quickly we all forget what was going on. We just don't understand how we don't see it. They were acting the fuck out, doing precisely what they've practiced and loved doing for years. Killing, plotting murder, and to use the gallows and a hangman's noose, in my opinion. Can you imagine had they succeeded what shit would have looked like? Pardon me. This whole country would have been more finished than it is now. And I mean that shit. To observe something of that magnitude, it would have simply torn this place asunder. It's just amazing it didn't happen, honestly. It was one shot that stopped this. Because when that young woman was killed, everybody dissipated. The cowards actually came out. They saw somebody die and they went home. I mean, wow. Really? And then tried to make this criminal a martyr. And tried to make the hero the criminal. Ain't that a bitch? And you wonder why I say to get that fucking grin off your face. Maybe it's too painful to just accept and acknowledge where we are. Maybe that's it. Maybe we fight it with a smile. Is that it, folks? Do we fight it with a smile? Do we? Do we joke it off, laugh it off, dance it off, ball it off? What do we do? I'm done with all that shit. Hey, that's me. What can I say? Blackgirls.com. Now, of course, Black News. Let's see what's going on. Tesla ordered to pay over $130 million to black former worker over racism. Wow. Of course, they're going to appeal. Yeah. But it's good to know, unless they settle out of court, but $130 million. Tesla is right up the road from me. Said the jury determined that the company failed to take reasonable steps to prevent Diaz, a contract worker who worked as an elevator operator at Tesla's Fremont factory in 2016 and 2017, for being racially harassed. I can just imagine what that poor woman went through. It must have been. And it just goes to show you the real nature of this place we are all in. Don't be fooled, because when that shit happens, when that ugly shit happens, you know, that's not the exception. That's the fucking rule. That's what we are surrounded by. Triggered by the simplest of shit, like a motherfucker working in a goddamn elevator. Wow. What if they'd been black? Wow, so that's a lot of money. 130 mil. That's good. That'll do it. That'll do it. 130 mil. I like that. The defacing of New York City's George Floyd statue shows disrespect for black bodies. For God's sake, they defaced. Oh, look at that. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah. So, you know, this is, you know, I mean, I don't make it up. It's right there. You know, maybe this is what I need to do. Just, you know, start just this, and then boom, and then just, you know, boom. Go to it. You'll see it. There it is. Deface the man's likeness. And, you know, here's the thing, folks. I need you to dig this. Dig this, man. Dig this. Okay. Yeah, some of them don't like Farrakhan, right? You get a statue of Farrakhan up there, some guy do something to Farrakhan, I'd still be mad. But I get it. Shit talking. Okay? But this brother, no matter how he lived now, let's just go there, no matter how he lived, he died with a white man's knee on his neck for 9 minutes as it was filled by 30 witnesses with no mercy until he expired. That's pretty sad, right? I would say. So to deface the guys like this because he represents a movement you may not agree with, under the circumstances of his death, I would consider that an act that coming from a piece of serious human shit. Yeah. That guy, whoever did that one, he didn't think it through. He didn't understand if you dissect what he's done and to whom he's done it to, he really comes off looking like a fucking tool. Just a human refuse, if you will. Discardable waste. trash. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's for our perusal. But keep smiling. Keep smiling. You know, you see, right? Now I'm sharing with you. I'm liking this. You can go, huh? I'm liking that. So you like that, right? That's acceptable, right? We're good with that? We good? We good? Okay, good. Last chance, we good? Okay, we good. Okay, so that's a good start to the day. I'm telling you, I'm gonna have to write to Bing, the MSNBC, let them know I don't appreciate the "how can I learn about anti-racism," because what it is really disingenuous. It is. It's all there for show. It really is. Everything they put before us, especially those that come at me with the "I'm liberal, it's all for show. How can I learn more about anti-racism? I don't know. Be more anti-racist. Blacknews.com. Wow. Zuckerberg loses over 6 billion as Facebook empire outage drags into hours. Yes, 7 hours. How do you lose $6 billion? How do you recover from that? 6 billion. Zuckerberg, above that article, looking like the cross between a nerd, creep, and jerk. The Facebook whistleblower revealed what everyone already knew. Facebook's biggest problem is Mark Zuckerberg. Wow. King, they good what they do. Most High created you like be very wicked, right? Judgment day near. Yes. Most High will truly judge them all. Yes. Most High got it. Yes. I'm loving that. I got to get a name. You know, I can't pronounce that. I'm sorry, but I got to get a name. I'm tired of Doug Bryce. I love Doug Bryce, but I got to get a name. How do you choose a name, folks? How about that? How do you Batya Yash Arla? How do you choose a name? When they gonna catch Ryan Dirty Laundry? Ryan Dirty Laundry. You lost me. I'll effort that, Bernardino. Yes. When they gonna catch Brian's Dirty Laundry? I don't understand that, but okay. All right. We're coming up on an hour. I did want to just do an hour. So I can't even say it, can I? The fact report. Oh, forget it. Let's do it. I like it. Hey, I've never taken a suggestion before. I'm going to do that. Brian's Dirty Laundry. Did I just do that? Brian's Dirty Laundry. Is that it? Dirty Laundry. Is that it? I'm going to make a fool of myself. What's going on here? Protester left laundry basket at home. Brian Dirty Laundry sighting. Let's talk about trails. Dirty Laundry sun basket plays. Dirty Laundry melted. What is that about? I don't understand that. Manchester paid tribute to Gary. What is the Dirty Laundry? Go ahead and factor out that Dirty Laundry reference and try not to make the shit too obtuse. I want to know what's going on. It seems interesting. I love to see a little feedback. All right. Back at it. Thought it had something to do with Black News. All right. Plus, I'm almost done because my voice is going out. News One. I know they always offer decent stuff. Rethinking. Oh, come on. Rethinking how Black history is taught. Boy, they are going to protest this. New York City is introducing a new curriculum aimed at teaching students the role of race in power relationships and the impact of systematic and institutional racism. Oh, the powder keg. Oh, they're going to come out of the woodwork for that. Oh, I can hardly wait. Oh, yeah. I love that one. All right. I'm taking off. I'm taking off. I'm taking off. I did an hour. I feel good. I've done a lot today on YouTube. I've done a lot today on TikTok. I've had an account banned. I feel good. And I will do a longer show tomorrow. You guys have a good day. Thanks there, Blue Jet.